Hi, good morning everyone. It's Taylor here with BreakOut Studios live online videos. We're getting ready for some ballet basics this morning. I'll get some music playing, allow yourself to get your space all set up, and we'll get going probably in about 3 or 4 minutes or so. Here. So we'll start out with our usual warm-up facing our bar. We'll begin here in parallel. So again, even when we're in parallel, we're rotating the legs out, interlacing those ribs close together as the shoulders are open in opposition. The backs of the legs are squeezed and engaged, the weight over the balls of the feet. And we'll have right leg goes demi, and point, and demi, and down. We'll do 2 pushes, 1, and down, and 2, other side. We'll have demi, and point, keeping the ankle nice and straight, and parallel, and push through the toes, not the thighs, just the toes, and down. Then we'll roll through, heels come up, press up, lower down, reach reverse, and over the arches, plie, and stretch. Again, roll through, and up, and down, reverse, up and over, plie, rotating those toes out to first when we stretch. And then repeat the same thing in first, demi, and point, and demi, and first, push through the toes like you're doing a little saute jump, and other side, and point, and demi, and first, push, and push, rolling through, plie, and up, getting those heels circling up and forward, and down, reverse, up and over, watching not to siggle those ankles, and again, we roll through, and reverse, plie, and stretch. And then we take our parallel forward all the way down, coming up, flat back, 5, 6, 7, 8, port a bras back, 2, 3, 4, twist out the spine, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then other side, all the way down, swan dive, leading with the chest, and coming up, flat back, 5, 6, 7, 8, port a bras back, twisting out the spine, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll come back facing our bar. We'll take one leg back, do a little calf stretch for 8 counts, and then come back other side, calf stretch, 8 counts, and then come back, and then we'll stretch out our quads, maybe around 2 8 counts here, stretching out, big muscle, and then other side, stretching it out, 2 8 counts, and we'll finish. Yeah, so starting with our rollers in parallel, and then in first, and then we'll stretch it all out after, and I'll call things out too. All right, here we go, facing our bar in a parallel. And right leg goes demi, and point, and demi, back down, and 2 pushes, and push, place it back down, other side, demi, point, and demi, and down, and push through the toes. Again, now our roll throughs, plie, heels up and over, try to leave them there as you straighten it back down, reverse, over those arches, plie, nice fluid roll throughs, reverse, and then we're going to take it to a first position, and demi, and point, and demi, and 2 pushes, push the floor away with the toes. Other side, and demi. And 2 pushes, try to relax that leg inside the hip socket. And rolling through, plie, heels up and over. Stretch, and down, reverse, up, over, plie. Again. And last reverse, and then we'll take it to a parallel stretch, stretch out our hamstrings, and swan dive down, and reaching long, coming up flat back, and up and over to the back, coming up and twisting out the spine, and other side. Swan dive, leading with the chest, and long through the neck, reaching up, and up to go back, and twist out the spine, and ready for a calf stretch, then 1 foot back, make sure the lower abdominals are engaged and pulling up, other side, engage the core, and quad stretch, grab that foot, glue those knees together again, pulling up through the abdominals, and other side, gluing those knees together. take it to our plie. So we'll start in a first position, and for our plies today, we're going to go right and then go right around to the left. The music will last us the whole both sides. So we'll start in first position, and we'll take 2 demis, demi and stretch. Arm floats to first, carries to second. We flip the wrist, grand plie down, and 6. Press those heels down, 7 and 8. And then port it back forward, 1 and 2. Little slower here, 3 and 4. Coming up, 5 and 6. Tendu, 7. Carry it to second. Same thing, 2 demis and demi. Grand plie, keeping the hips right underneath the shoulders the whole time. 6 and 7 and 8. We do a big side like you're painting the ceiling with your fingertips. One to brass side, and up 5 and 6. Tendu, ranjam around to 4. Making sure we have equal weight on both feet here, not sitting back slightly on our back foot. We'll take 4 demis, 1 and stretch, and 2 and stretch. Reverse the port de bras, arm comes up, 5th high, and first on that 4th demi stretch. We port de bras away, coming up 5 and 6, tendu, and 5th. Again, 2 demis. Making sure those back heels stay glued down to the floor. Now they can come up last minute for that grand plie and press down as soon as possible. And 8, arm comes down at 5th high. We lift up, port de bras back. And coming up, and we'll rise up, soutenu around, and land in first. Or just get yourself around however feels natural to you. But make sure that we land in first because we're going to go right away. Demi and stretch, and demi and stretch. Grand plie. We port de bras forward in first. We repeat the 2 demis in a grand. Port de bras side to 4th. We have 4 demis. Reversing the port de bras on those last 2. We port de bras away. And 5th, 2 demi plies in the grand plie. Port de bras back and up. And then we'll just finish here. We don't need to turn around to the other side again. Yeah. So starting with our right side, we'll turn right around to the left. All right, here we go. And and 2 demis, demi, and demi, and grand plie. Press those heels down, and follow your hand leading with the chest forward. Rolling up. And tendu to second. Demi, weight equal on both feet. Grand plie, hips right underneath the shoulders. And paint the ceiling, port de bras side. And coming up, ranjam around to 4th. Weight equal on both feet. Demi, turning out that back knee. Reverse the port de bras, arm comes up. And floats down to first. And port de bras away, paint the ceiling with the fingers. And coming up, tendu to 5th. Pulling up out of the hips, 2 demis. And grand plie. And arm down and up. Port de bras back. Coming up, and take it up to a susu. Detonate around, land in first. Here we go, 2 demis. Grand plie. onto a tendu from first. So just this combination, just nice consecutive tendus, really focusing on massaging the floor, brushing the floor with your toes, and really kind of opening up the feet, articulating them almost like hands or like cat paws. So we're going to start in first. We'll keep the arm second the entire time. And we'll have 3 tendus front. So we have 1, and in, and brush, and in, and out, and in, plie, and stretch. Same thing side and in. Really articulating through the foot and in, and side and in, plie, pulling up to the back, back, pulling up as you close, and back, pulling up, and back, pulling up, plie, and stretch. Now we're going to elevate, rise up for 8 counts. Try to test your balance. We're going to keep your hand on the bar. Balance, and 6, plie, and stretch. And then we start the whole thing from the back. 3 tendus, plie, and stretch. 3 tendus, plie, stretch. 3 tendus front, plie, stretch. Elevate for 8 counts, plie, and we'll finish there. So to the front, we're really thinking of leading with the heels, and I kind of like to think my feet are in sand, and I'm trying to gather as much sand as I can with my toes, scoop it right in front of my belly button, and then push the sand back with my toes as I close back to first. And then to the side, remember that our side is not directly side, but we want to follow wherever our first position is. If it's here, goes here. Yeah, wherever that first position is, we want to follow that line with our toe right a little bit in front of us so that our heel can be forward and we don't have this action happening. We don't want any movement in our hips. So following that line and bringing it back in. And then to the back. Each time we close, our hips are going to move just slightly. So we really want to think each time we close of pulling up and growing taller, weight in on the balls of our feet each time we close. So 3 to the front, plie, 3 to the side, plie, 3 to the back, plie, and elevate. All right, here we go. And arm side, and front, and in, and front, and in, front, in, plie, go taller and stretch to the side, following that line, and 2, toe a little bit in front of us, 3, plie, from the back. Take it around to the other side. Our arm is side for a long time, so make sure that we're pulling up through our upper body and our elbow is lifted in arm, just like our leg is going to be a little bit in front of us. It's not directly side, or our body might start to lean back. So our arm, similar to our foot, is going to be just a little bit in front of our body. Here we go. 6 and 7 and 8 and front and close. Pushing that sand out, bringing it back in. Plie, back, drawing that line out. Massaging the floor with your feet. Plie to the back. Pulling up each time you close. And get ready for the elevate, rise up. Arms come into first. Plie, arm goes to the side a little bit in front of us. And finish. Nice. All right, we're going to take a tendu from fifth, working on those tonlees now, which is a really super common transitional weight change step. So I think we did this the other week, our tonlie action. So we're going to be in fifth position. We'll keep the arm second here, and we'll have, let me remember it with the music. Arm side, we have 7, 8. Tendu 1, tonlie, tendu back, tonlie, tendu front, close, fifth, 1 tendu to finish the phrase. Same thing side, tonlie, and point, tonlie, and point, we close front, 1 tendu, change to the back. To the back, we plie in fourth. Tendu front, plie in fourth, tendu back, and fifth, tendu, and fifth, and then 4 tendus to the side. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Again, following that line, and fifth. From the back, back, tonlie, point, tonlie, point, fifth, and 1 tendu. To the side, tonlie, and point, tonlie, changing your weight. No change, tendu, and change. To the front, nice, beautiful fourth, like you're going to take off for a pirouette. Point, tonlie, and point, fifth, 1 and fifth, and then 4 tendus to the side, out. And remember, a little bit in front of us, fifth, front, fifth, and then let's plie. Bring that front leg to the back leg, susu, and we'll balance there in susu with the arms in first to finish off. Yeah, so for these tonlees too, it's really important that we have a light grip on our bar or our chair or our countertop, because if we're gripping, then we're not going to be able to change weight very well. So I'm really thinking of a nice light grip, so it kind of forces you not to grip the bar, so that you're able to kind of move around your bar or your chair or your countertop nicely. Give it a Clorox wipe out, and then just clean your surface while you're doing your tonlees. All right, here we go. If you have Clorox wipes. And so fifth position, our arm will stay side. Tendu front, tonlie, and point, tonlie, point, and fifth, and out. Fifth to the side, tonlie, out, tonlie, out. Close the fifth, out, close fifth. Back, plie, front, plie, point. Fifth, 4 tendu side, out, close front. Tendu, close back. other side. Here we go. Yeah. Fifth position, and tendu front, tendu, point, tendu, point, fifth, and out, in, side, tendu, point, changing the weight, out, close, back, tendu, light grip on the bar so we can easily change weight, side, growing taller, lifting up each time we close from the back. And point, tendu, point back, fifth, out and fifth, and side, and back, and front to the front, light grip on the bar, and four side, and plie up to Susu. Feel that balance. Air in the armpits, so no droopy elbows. Ankles strong and lifted. Plie and finish. Nice. We'll see those tendu-liés a lot more in our class, so it's always good to practice those. Those are so common and helpful for a lot of transitional steps and weight change steps in ballet. I'll kind of have some version of a tendu-lié in them. Not all, but most. All right, dégagés. All right. So I'm going to demonstrate this side. So with this dégagé, we're going to practice brushing nicely through first, and also throwing that leg like if we were doing an ensemble or a jeté. Whoosh. Yeah, that dégagé is kind of the foundation for that. So we're going to have brush and straight, and brush, plie, and brush through first and back and fifth. From the back, close, straight, brush, plie, and brush through first and front, and fifth, and side, we close, straight, side, plie, and side, close, straight, side, plie, and coupe to the front, and balance, 5, 6, plie, and stretch. From the back and straight, back, plie, really brush through first and front and fifth and front, plie and brush, first and back, fifth and side, in, side, plie, side, straight, side, plie, coupe back, and balance, 6, change to the front and stretch. And then we'll just finish there. So with this coupe, sometimes we do that nice peel the foot off, like if we're doing a développé. But for this one, I want us to prepare for if we're gonna do a coupe turn. So with this one, we're gonna plie and get to that coupe right away as quickly as we can without moving anything in our hips or upper body. It's just position right away. And try to see if you can we're on flat here. So see if you can test your balance to kind of gather that information. Oh, did I fall back? Did I fall this way? And kind of use that to figure out what you need to correct and fix. So 1 straight, 1 plie, out through first and back. Back, straight, back, plie, back through first and front. 1 straight, 1 plie, 1 straight, 1 plie, right away coupe. And then we change, plie, and start it off from the back. All right, here we go. And 6, 7, 8, front, close, straight, brush, plie, brush through first and back, straight, plie, and brush through first and front, straight front, right away, twist your balance. Heel extending forward. Plie, change from the back. Brush, straight. Plie. Through first heel forward. Plie. Straight. Through first toes back. One, straight. Plie, we're foot a little bit in front of us to the side. Coupe back right away. Plie and finish. Good. All right, let's go around to the other side. Hopefully we learned some information from that fast balance. And straight. Brush, plie, and brush through first brush back. And back. Straight. Plie and back. Through first and front. Side. Close, straight. Plie. And we front touch your balance. Plie, change from the back. Whoosh. Plie. Front. Brush. Plie, brush. Straight. And side. Plie. Right away, coupe back. Toes going back. Change, plie, and finish. Good. Nice. All right, now we're actually going to use that same music. We're going to do some dégagés in first position, and this time we're going to work a little on speed, adding a little bit more speed to dégagés. So if you're blessed with the speed gene, this will be great for you. If not, it's going to feel kind of awkward going this fast at first, but the more we pull up, lift up out of our lower body, separate our upper body from our lower body, then our lower body can move as it wants without any tension in our upper body. So we're going to just nice, kind of repetitive, but just 3 quick and a plie. So we have 1, 2, 3, plie, and stretch, and in, plie, 4 sets, and in, plie, and stretch, again, plie, other side, and in, plie, and stretch, and 3, very quick, plie, and stretch, and 3, plie, and stretch, and 3, plie, and stretch. After that, let's port de bras to the side, carve out the spine a little bit in front, port de bras other side, carving out the spine, port de bras side, just the chest opens up, not a full port de bras back, port de bras side, and it's just the upper body, just bring the sternum up to the ceiling and around. Let's plie, releve, and we'll balance there in first position. So 3, plie, and stretch. 4 sets, and another side. 3, plie, and stretch. So again, the more we lift up, pull our upper body out of our lower body, the easier it's going to be for our legs to move freely and quickly. If we have tension here, it's just going to bring tension here, and it's hard to move quickly if there's tension. If it's relaxed, it's able to move nice and quickly. All right, here we go. Trying for speed today. First position, and in 1, 2, 3, plie, and in, plie, and 1, 2, 3, plie. Last set on the right, plie, we move to the left, and in, pull up, grow taller, relax that upper body, rond de jambes. There we go. So I'll demonstrate this side. My gosh, what'd I do? So we're going to have plie to the front, stay in a plie as we carry to the side, stay in a plie as we carry to the back, and close. Now straight leg, same thing, one slow front and side, around to the back, and close. Two a little faster, one, around, and one, around. Now we have off the floor, front and side and back. Let's close into first. And then we repeat that same thing from the back. So plie, rotating in the hip socket, plie front and straight. Keeping that same rotation now with the straight leg, which is a little harder, side and front and first, rond de jambe, around, through first, around, off the floor. Now it's even harder to keep that nice rotation. And now we're going to close fifth. And then we have our port de bras forward, and 2, and 3, and 4. We're going to plie, passe, plie, and stretch. Port de bras back, and 2, and 3, and 4. Plie, inside leg, passe, plie, and stretch. Side and away, side, 4, 2, and 3, and 4, and away, and 6, 7, 8. And now we take that plie, passe up to a releve, and we'll balance there in our passe. Yeah? So, starting in the plie, front, side, keeping our knees right over our toes the whole time, not letting this happen as we carry to the back. Back, and first, straight legs, slowly, back. First, around, leading with the heel, off the floor, keeping that same rotation, dropping that hip. 7, close first. Reverse all that, and we close fifth. We port de bras forward, 4 counts, 3, 4, plie, drawing a line up the shin to passe, plie, fifth. Port de bras back, 2, 3, inside leg, plie, drawing a line up the calf, plie, and stretch. Port de bras side, port de bras away, and then plie, releve up to passe, and we'll balance there in our passe. So really this plie to start out with really helps us feel that rotation in our hip socket so that we're not lifting our hip to go around. We're able to rotate in the hip socket with the leg as we're in plie. And now we're going to carry that as we do straight legs. We're going to carry that as we go a little faster. And we're going to keep that as we go off the floor. So it's kind of increasing levels of difficulties of not moving our hips when we're doing these rond de jambes. Here we go. And 6 and 7, arm side, plie front, carry side, knees over toes, and stretch, and front, side, back, and stretch, little faster, around, through first, front, around, off the floor, keep that rotation in the hip sockets, don't let the hip up, and side, relaxing that working hip in our passe. And close, sous, plie, and finish. Good. Oops. So this whole combination for our rond jumps and for our passes as well, we're really working on pulling up on our supporting side and relaxing that working hip so that we're not lifting it up as we do our rond jambs, as we do our passe. Pulling up the supporting side and not dropping the working hip, but relaxing it. Yeah? All right, other side. Here we go. 6 and 7, 8, plie, front, side, back, and first, and straight legs. Little faster front, around, off the floor, extending energy out of the toes, and close, and back, and straight legs, and back, around front, going through a nice first, off the floor, dropping that hip, closing fifth, forward and round front. Plie, up to passe, relaxing that working hip to the back. And plie, passe, inside leg, side and away. And getting ready for that passe balance on Ballet. Plie, drawing the line up the shins with the toes, relaxing that working hip, pulling up on that supporting side. And close, sous, plie, and finish. Nice. All right, we'll move on to some fondus. So again, some more brushing back in our fondus. Getting ready for tour jetés in center. So we'll have fondue for 2 and out for 2 and brush. Fondue and fit from the back for 2 and out for 2 and brush. Fondue and fit. 2 fondues to the side. Fondue. A nice short fondue combination. We're going to rise up to sous, soutenu around, plie, and we go right around to the other side. So nice, short, simple, get it done. Fondue for 2 and front for 2 and brush. Fondue and close. Fondue and back and brush. Fondue and close. Fondue to the side. We're a little bit in front of us. Fondue. A little bit in front of us. Up to sous, soutenu, plie, and we'll stretch. Yeah, so remember with these fondues that we want to have both legs straightened together. And as we brush through, we want to lift as we brush through first, and then we grow taller as we fondue with our leg back straight. Yeah, so fondue to the front, brush, plie, and close. Fondue to the back, brush, plie, close. 2 fondue side. We're a little bit in front of our body. Rise up, sous, soutenu around, and we go right away to the other side. And there'll be some leftover music, and we can use that to stretch. So I think there's about like 45 seconds, a minute left of the music. So after we do both sides, we can use that time as free stretch, whatever you want to stretch out, whatever's ailing you. All right, here we go. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. All right, and heel on to some adagio. So we're gonna add in those tonlees that we worked on our tendus. And we're gonna add it into this adagio. And we kind of have to anticipate that front tendu out because we're gonna tonlie on the 1. So we have 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Close 5th, we develop a front. 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Close front, we develop a side. 6, and 7, and 8. Same thing on quad. And 1, tongue-lié, and 2, and point. 5th, develop a 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. From the back, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Finish. Yeah, so we kind of have to anticipate that tongue-lié a little bit. And remember, a nice light grip on the bar as we're doing these tongue-liés. And for each of our developés, the same energy that we're sending out our working leg, we're sending that same energy down into that floor, finding that opposition as we start to bring our legs a little bit higher. All right, here we go, adagio. And 7, 8, and tongue-lié, and stretch, and tongue-lié, stretch. Close to 5th, develop a 1, and extend out, and 5th, and tongue-lié, point, tongue-lié, point, close 5th, develop a side. Extend and 5th from the back and tongue-lié, front and tongue-lié, back close 5th, develop. And last time side. To the other side. The same kind of principle applies. You're really working on not taxing the working hip too much. So with these developés, we're pulling up on that supporting side and relaxing that hip down. So we never want to bulk up too much tension in our hip flexor here. Here we go. And tongue-lié. Here. So we're going to have preparation 5, 6, tendu. Remember a little half flex of the foot, not a full flex, just a half flex, and those toes are ready to strike. So those toes are fully flexed back. 7, 8. We're going to strike, piqué, and strike to the side, and strike, piqué, and strike to the back and back, piqué, and strike, and strike. We have coupe back, switch front, switch back, and flex from the back, and strike, pique, and strike with the ball of the foot, and strike, pique, a little bit in front of us, strike, and strike to the front, strike, pique, lift nice and sharp, extend, extend, arm comes down to fifth low, we coupe front, switch back, hinging at the knee, and we finish. So frappe, pique, and two frappes, front, side, back, and then coupe back, and change, and we flex to prepare to go around from the back. So remember those coupe changes, we're just hinging at the kneecap. Our thigh is completely relaxed, not moving up and down. Here we go, frappes. Let me make sure this is the one I wanted. Yeah, there we go. Okay, here we go. And, oh, I didn't push play. Take two. And strike, pique, and strike, strike, extend to the side, sharp pique, and out, out to the back, strike, pique, frappe, frappe, coupe back, front, back, and flex from the back, reach, pique, reach, and side, pique, whoosh, whoosh, to the front, and strike, strike, coupe front, switch, switch, fifth and finish, good. All right, let's go quickly around to the other side, here we go, and strike front, pique sharp, and strike front to the side, up, strike, strike to the back, back, up, arm comes down as we coupe back, switch front, hinging at the kneecap, and flex from the back, whoosh, pique, back, back, to the side, pulling up out of our hips, to the front, elbow lifted there to the side, arm comes down to the front, switch back, switch front, fifth and finish, good. All right, let's finish off. We're gonna do 3 grand battements on croix and a plie, but our second grand mat is gonna be with a flexed foot. So we're gonna have, and I lied, just 3 front, side, back, and then we're gonna turn around. So we're gonna have point front and in, and flex the foot, and point the foot, plie to the side, grand battement normal, flex the foot, grand battement normal, plie, we go to the back, grand battement, and flex, grand battement, plie, and stretch. We're gonna fondu, sous, soutenu, plie, and stretch, grand battement, and flex, grand battement, plie, and stretch. Same thing to the side, same thing to the back, and then we fondu, sous, détourner around, plie, and finish. So that flex is a really great way to help relax that working hip and pull up out of your supporting side. As we flex, we can kind of sink that hip back down our hip socket so that we're not lifting with our hips to do grand battements. And to the back, it's a nice way to feel a little bit more stretch in that knee. Sometimes when we do grand battements to the back, it's tempting, especially if we have tight quads, to bend that knee side, just like a little micro bend. So that flex kind of helps send energy out of that heel to have a nice, straight back leg for that arabesque. So point, flex, point, plie. Here we go, and center. We're done with the bar. We can get our bar out of the way. All right. So we're gonna see those tonliers one more time here in our adagio in the center. Our theme of class today is tonliers. So I'll play the music. Let me just remember what I did, and then we'll go for it together. Quasi. Remember, if we draw a little box right around ourselves, our quasi is going to be our belly button and that arch of our foot facing there on that corner. So we're going to start quasi with our right foot front, and we're going to have 5, 6, little preparation, 7 and 8. We tendu front. And before I go on, I'm going to add some arms now for these tonliers since we practiced the legs at bar. If the arms ever get too much, feel free just to keep the arms second for these tonliers. But if you would like to add an arm, 7 and 8. Tendu, tonlier, extend, arabesque, close fifth, arms come back to second. We develop a front, 5 and 6 and 7, quasi, and 8. Now we turn en face. Side, arms come through first, open out to second and fifth. Develop a side, 1 and 2 and 3. Let's close front. Now we gotta close back to quasi, back, tonlier back on our corner, front and fifth. We develop it to arabesque, 5, 6 and 7 and 8. Arms come down through first, front arm up and first, front arm up, or back arm up, through first, and now we open out to the audience and we're ready to go to the other side. So tendu, tonlier as we go through fourth, our arms come into first, and then we extend to our next position and close, develope to the front on our quasi and close. Changing to en face as we tonlier, the arms come in and extend. Fifth, front leg developing side, 6, 7, and 8. To the back, tonlier, extend to our next position, in, developing back, 6, 7, 8. Arms come down through first, and look under your elbow, back to first. Look under your other elbow, back to first, and we open and open. And then we're ready to go to the other side. Yeah? So these last four bras, it's a workout for your arms. So these last four bras, the arms come down and through first, and then our audience, the arm that's facing the audience, or downstage arm, you're gonna look out at the audience and back to first. And then look out at your friends behind you in the wings, and then back to first. So that's kind of our arm placement. Let's just mark it the right side just so we can kind of hear it with the music, and then we'll do right and left together. I think this will be more of an arm workout than it will be a leg workout. Here we go. So we're in our quasi, just marking it, listening. Front, side. Tom Yam's coming first. Point and fit. And we develop a side. And out. Close front. Now we switch to the back. Back. Devanlier. Out. And fit. Develop into the arabesque. All right, here we go. Right and left together, and then we'll stretch it out. And side, reach, fit, and develop it. Extend, fit, on fox, facing front. And developing. Side, closing front. And facing again, quasi back. Tongue front. Developing back. And our quarter boss arm comes down. Two first. One arm up. First. Other arm up. First. Look at the eyes. Ready for the left. Front. Tongue. Extend. Developing front. Pulling up on that supporting side, relaxing the working hip. And on fox. Tongue. Developing side. Extend. Close front. Quasi to the back. Developing back. Quarter bra arms down. Two first. And under your elbow. First. Under. And first. And extend, open out. And finish. Good, nice. Whew. I don't know about you, but that was an arm exercise as well. All right, let's stretch it out. We'll stretch it out very quickly. We don't need a mat, but we're just gonna start sitting down on the floor and just kind of follow along. We're gonna start bringing one foot into the knee, kind of like we're in a sitting passe. Where did my, here it is. All right. So sitting on the floor and just bringing one foot, resting on that inner thigh. And now, carefully press into that knee, and we're gonna extend over to the side. So we should be feeling a stretch kind of in our lower back, kind of psoas back here area. another Tuesday ballet. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Have a nice rest of your week, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Yes, Polar.